What's going on, my crew? This is Jay. Welcome to another episode of the Dark Trilogy. And if we come around and down, we right now are working on some changes and moving things around and doing different things. I wanted to show you guys what's going on right now. We have, of course, the capacitor bank is working, and I moved around. I don't know how to... You creeper. You jerk. I'll get you with this. You know, doesn't look like it does any difference in damage. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. I finally put this back, so we have nothing in it, but we have quite a bit of reactor power taps and things like that. One of the things I want to look at, with the reactors is I noticed that we have these turbine things and fluid yellorium and all that stuff. I want to do some research on my own, but I'm thinking that these turbine rotor shafts, you put the blades with them and then they move around the fluid yellorium, which of course becomes fluid cyanite, and I think this is probably going to end up being more efficient. The other couple other things that I want to look at with this stuff is there are other, like plutonium and lutecrite, which probably stores a ton of power, but I don't exactly know how to get it. So we need to take a look at that. Holy cow! Lutecrite dust. How do we get it? Honestly, it does not tell us. Maybe it's just not in the... I bet you this is the same thing, right? Oh, but this right here, plutonium comb. So yeah, there's some research that needs to be done on my part. But what I'm going to do with the design in here... By the way, I moved our cow. This cow has been with us for a long time. He used to be up there in our old base, and now he's here with us. I need to come up with a design. I'm going to do the factory block wireframe for the floor, but for the walls and stuff like that, I want to do something very factory-like. And some things that I've had in mind are some of this futuristic stuff. Let me get the chisel out. Take a look. We have some rusted futuristic armor plating that we could use. We could also use any one of these black things, or I believe the shiny metal connects with each other. So we can have a nice just metal sort of, I don't even know what you want to call it. Well, a metallic finish on the walls. But at the same time, that's not exactly factory like. Is that what I'm trying to say? I want something that is very much very dark. Not dark in the sense of bad, just dark in the sense of this room isn't used very often. So I think we're gonna go with some factory blocks. Those are also cheaper to make anyways. But let's talk about what I've been doing off camera. So obviously we have lots of power. I set up this thingamajig right here, which is going to be consolidated down, of course, with... I hooked it up to here. Whoa. So now when I pulverize things, they'll go right into our alloy smelter here and then be pumped right up into the... Oops. Wrong way. Pumped up into this chest, which will pump into the ME drive. We turn this on. I wanted to pull out any of these ores. And I don't think these can be pulverized. Those need to be macerated. Is there such a thing as ardite dust? Ardite dust. Well, let's see if it can be pulverized, because that's... I hope you guys didn't hear that. I was rubbing my nose and it's... Yes. Okay, so we'll pull this out. I was rubbing my nose and it was a little bit, well, a little bit snotty. Okay. So let's throw this in here. And I want to put another chest on top of it. Are those upstairs? Let me see if I have a chest in here. Chest. Yes. We just need one. I have to tell you guys, I love this ME drive. It is probably one of my favorite pieces of equipment to use in this mod, because we could easily just search for something and pull out of it. It's like creative mode, but not really. We actually have to work for it. So that should work once that's done. And then this, of course, takes the ardite dust, makes ardite out of it, and we're good to go from there. We don't need to put it into our mix. And then if we ever want ardite, which these guys are going to become important for those sorts of things. Which another thing that I want to do, by the way, which we need to get going on the Mutatron and all that stuff. Another thing I want to do, ooh, I haven't checked these out here, is I want to get a tank full of every single type of liquid. So the way we can do this is if we go to tank over here, here we go, lots and lots of tanks. And I'm not talking about a huge tank. I'm talking about a just a 3x3x3, which I guess we'll need elderberry juice. Whoa, liquid nitrogen. Is liquid nitrogen... Hold on, let's look this up. Liquid glass. Liquid nitrogen. I guess nitrogen. Universal fuel cell. Look, okay. So I'm wondering if liquid nitrogen is used, or can be used, as coolant for the big reactors. All this stuff doesn't matter. We're gonna throw all, I want to throw all this stuff into our ME system, because that's something I want to do if that's possible. I need to figure it out. Also, we need to get some more wool, and I want to put an elevator block. Let me see if that's possible right now. We just put wool in. Oops. Wool. Yes. And then, oh, we need our sword. What? Have I not researched this? I don't think that's completed research. It's been a long time since I did that. Used one of those. Okay. I think we're still adding, so I'll leave that the way it is. I want to put another elevator in to access the top over here, so we can access this top part up here. Do that and switch it with that. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now I want to transport all this stuff over to here, and I'm going to flatten out this area. I need to get a big shovel and just go crazy ham bone on this area. Make it flat. We need to get some Botania stuff going again. Man, we've got a lot of work to do, guys. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited for it. We're almost done the renovations. In this facility right here, there may be inside renovations, but there's never again going to be outside renovations on anything. I can guarantee that. We did have a couple more creeper explosions, which is one of the reasons why I just want to get rid of this area. After I'm done pulling up everything, I'm just going to pull apart. You know, I was just thinking about it. If I do this and then pull these up. Oh, no. It doesn't let me do that. Uh-oh. Well, that's interesting. I do want to pull all these up because we need to replant. Definitely. We need to get some more operations going. I need to learn a little bit more of automation. there's some mine factory stuff that I want to get into and attempt to factorize, I guess, this stuff. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm just realizing I've been doing really good on not saying or ah. At least I think I have been. I don't know if that's the truth or I'm just making that up in my head. You guys would know better than I would. Okay, that's a lot of crops. So let's get downstairs again. Let's see. Did we finish off that? Looks like we did. So I can turn that off. Wait a second. Maybe it needs an Ender IO. Whoa. A little bit of lag there. Uh-oh. We need to eat. But I don't want to eat too many of one thing. Ender... Oh, item conduit is what it's called. Not Ender IO. Okay. Let's go back downstairs. Hook this guy up. Hopefully this works. I also need to install lights, which is kind of a secondary thing to me. I just jinxed myself. Yeah, I need a secondary... Or not secondary. I need some lighting in here, and I feel like the only way that's going to be truly and honestly possible is to be able to make a ton of those lights that we saw. And this needs to be insert. There we go. Now we got stuff going. Perfect. So if we just go over the lighting things again, I think it's called Radiant Lumen Lamp. This guy right here. Oh, maybe this isn't. You know, I'm going off of Dimmed Radiant Lumen Lamp, which is mana infused ingot. This, aha. This stuff right here is all from thermal expansion. Thermal foundation. Okay, how do I make this stuff? Because this could be pulverized tin and energized glowstone bucket. Oh! Right, I think we looked at this before. So a radiant doesn't need power? Or maybe it does. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah. Right there. And then there's the, I don't know. Yes, it is in here. The lapis something albus. So these require, oh, unstable ingots. We've talked about this before. And this sigil is very difficult to make. Let's see. Place an enchanting table on a patch of dirt or grass. There must be a clear direct line to the sky. And there must also be a large amount of dirt grass nearby. Place 8 redstone dust in a square around the table. Once that is done, find an animal or mob or player to be sacrificed. The gold... This is extra utilities. The golden lasso can help make this easier. You must then wait until midnight. The sigil will glow when the time is right. You must remove or deactivate any light sources from the area. Finally, when the altar is in darkness, kill the animal or mob while it's either on top or next to the enchanting table. If the time is right, the sigil will become activated, but you will have to deal with the consequences. I wonder what that means. Oh, number of use. What? Wow. So why is this called a lapis? Because clearly there is no lapis in here. That's interesting. But our best bet here is the lumen. These guys, radiant lumen lamps, and we just need, and then we need the singularity, this thing. which that blend is just destabilized redstone. Which honestly, this stuff really isn't that difficult to get once we get the liquid. Now that we have the magma crucible and the liquid transposer, we just need to get the destabilized redstone out and into things, and then of course, like I've said before, once we get the destabilized redstone and destabilized glowstone, or whatever it's called, we can make a lot of these cool things. The other thing we need is the banks here. I want to go with a vibrant, and this is going to cost this guy right here, which actually is not that difficult to make. What's difficult to make is these guys, the octadic capacitors, vibrant alloy. And the vibrant alloy, I think we've looked at this before, is made with an energetic alloy. An enderpearl energetic alloy here is not that difficult to make again. So, with all this taken into account, we have the double layer capacitors, which I think these, somewhere down the line, right here, need the signalum nuggets. With this, we can make a pretty decent amount. Well, I feel like it's not really going to be that hard to make one or two of these. We only need one, though. And that in and of itself is going to give us 25 million RF. We can run our reactor for a while on that. So anyways, guys, hope that gives you guys direction on where we're going to go. And I know we didn't do anything in this episode, but it's very, very important, I think, to touch base with you guys at this point. We've been doing a lot of things back and forth here and there and all that stuff. But we're obviously working on renovations pretty hardcore right now. And once we get the vibrant chamber in there, I can mix all this energy over there. I wish there was a way to build this by, instead of that redstone energy cell, putting in the capacitor bank. That'd be a nice alternative. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me today. I'm going to keep chugging away at this place, and in the next episode, we are going to be working on either the vibrant capacitor bank, or I'd like to probably work on something more along the lines of magic, blood magic, something like that. That'd be nice. But yeah, that's going to do it. Till next time, happy mining and crafting.